Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Janelle Brown, star of Sister Wives, has finally responded to inquiries regarding her sexual preferences. After witnessing her relationship with Kody Brown, fans have been speculating on their own. She is, however, ending the speculation and providing fans with the answers they have been longing for. Janelle, who is unmarried, is prepared to discuss potential future relationships. To learn more about this circumstance and her thoughts about it, continue reading. Janelle Brown leads the best life while unmarried. Janelle Brown is having the time of her life as a single woman. She made the decision to enter a relationship with Kody Brown approximately 3 years ago. The two had a polygamous relationship and were married for many years. Robyn, Mary, and Christine were Kody's other 3 wives. But other from Robyn, none of them found success with this. Kody has stated since the splits that he will never again be in a polygamous relationship. Since it didn't work out the first time, he won't try it again. Hearing this, fans were taken aback. Janelle, on the other hand, is enjoying her greatest life by spending time with her kids and gardening. She responds to inquiries about her sexual preferences directly. Since Janelle Brown did not exhibit any physical desire for Kody Brown during their marriage, fans have consistently accused her of being asexual. She has corrected the record, though. "I'm not asexual, I assure you. Everyone assumes that I'm asexual just because I didn't want to kiss Kody or do anything else on the assembly line. I think it's crazy that everyone has made assumptions. When you're single, the hormones are terrible. I'm a really sexual person. I have a suspicion that if there is another person in the future, that will be a contributing factor. Being a Taurus, I'm an earth mama who loves all things earthy, including food, wine, and sex." Hearing this, fans were taken aback. But they cherished this aspect of Janelle. Janelle does not appear to be asexual. She asserts that in a relationship, her ex is crucial. She has, however, also admitted that as a single woman, her hormones are working against her. Fans were surprised to learn this because they didn't think she would desire closeness so much. But for the one and only time, she put an end to all the gossip and corrected the record. How do you feel about this circumstance? Are you surprised? Comment below with your thoughts. Your opinions on this matter would be greatly appreciated. Kody Brown and Janelle Brown were wed for over 30 years. Despite having 6 children together, Janelle never felt the need for emotional or physical closeness. She was actually the only one who accepted the polygamous arrangement because it allowed her a great deal of flexibility to follow her own interests. She liked the distance and saw making room for Kody in her schedule as an extra burden. Many fans conjectured that Janelle might not be straight as a result of this. After she and Kody were divorced, the industry began to speculate that Janelle is a member of the LGBTQ+ community and identifies as asexual. Janelle added that she had no interest in getting married or falling in love again after the divorce. Janelle has now at last provided a definitive response regarding her sexual orientation. Mary, Christine, and Janelle, the sister wives, discussed their sex lives with Kody. On the tell-all, Mary made a joke about how she hasn't had any action in a while. Mary dismissed a friend's suggestion that she purchase boxes of protection. Although she's open to intimacy when it feels appropriate and natural, she said that she doesn't currently need any. In addition, Janelle Brown addressed Sukanya Krishnan about her sexual life, dispelling claims that she is asexual. She explained that although she's not seeing someone right now, she's a very sexual being and has nothing against closeness. "Sex will definitely be a part of the relationship if the right person comes along," she continued. Janelle reveals her sexual identity in Sister Wives. The Browns have always been ardent churchgoers and deeply pious. Many of the Brown children have, however, recently come out and expressed their sexual orientation. There have been rumors in the business over the last few years that Janelle is asexual and a member of the LGBTQ+ community. Janelle told the truth and defended her sexual identity in the most recent tell-all episode. Asexuality, for those who are unaware, is the state in which a person feels little to no sexual attraction. Janelle disclosed that she is totally straight and not asexual. "I promise you I'm not asexual," she continued. Janelle explained that she didn't want to have an assembly line of kisses with Kody, which is why everyone had this notion about her sexuality. As a result, everyone assumed she was asexual, and she found it absurd that everyone made such snap judgments. Janelle went on to say that sex is a big part of her relationships and that she is a highly sexual person. She went on to say that she has a sneaking suspicion that an additional person will eventually enter her life. She clarified that she is a Earth mama and a Taurus. She therefore views the Earth, food, alcohol, sex, and all other earthly pleasures as the center of the universe. Speaking about her personal life, she said she would not be with anyone until she met the right one. The hormones are hell when you're single, Janelle joked. She had previously disclosed that she and Kody had a very active sexual life and that their 6 children were a result of their sexual compatibility. When Janelle Brown was in her 20s, she wed Kody. Janelle had been married to someone else for a year prior to Kody, thus this was her second marriage. She soon met Kody, though, when things did not work out. She even got to meet Mary during their brief courtship. The only member of the Brown family who approved of the polygamous arrangement was Janelle. She disclosed that it allowed her to follow her own hobbies without worrying about her marriage. In the final episode of Sister Wives Tell All, she talked about the rumors that circulated about her sexual orientation. Particularly after her divorce from Kody, the rumors intensified. Since Janelle and Kody had the least amount of sexual contact, many fans began to believe that she is asexual. People shifted their opinions because they believed she had no interest in him. Since she did not participate in the kiss assembly line, Janelle came to terms with the fact that everyone had this notion, but the truth is entirely different. Janelle, one of the sister wives, said she would never have married Kody. Robyn and Kody courted for a long time, according to Janelle Brown. Although polygamous people don't court for very long, Kody and Robyn were together for about a year. She wouldn't have married Kody if she had been courting him for a year, since she would have seen his true face. Christine also disclosed that, although they don't discuss it, she believes Kody and Robyn had a love story. To support her argument, she even brought up the subject of their private engagement pictures. They simply wanted to conceal it, Christine clarified. Janelle Brown discusses her sexual preferences in Sister Wives. Suki Krishnan and Janelle Brown had a one-on-one chat on Sister Wives Tell All. She revealed something exclusive about her sexual orientation on the last episode. Because she didn't want to be a part of the mass kissing with Kody, Janelle acknowledged that many people assumed she was asexual. She didn't participate since she thought it was awkward. She assured everyone, nevertheless, that she is a sexual being and not asexual. Janelle and Kody were spiritually united and wedded 29 years ago. In 2022, they parted ways. Janelle said that she and Kody produced 6 children because of their exceptional sexual compatibility. In same interview, she also revealed that, as a single woman, her hormones are out of control. But due to the decisions she has made in her life, she must cope with it. Speaking about her future goals, Janelle disclosed that while she is not asexual, she isn't specifically searching for a new relationship. She is a very earthed mother and a very sexual being, so people will have to believe her. She added that she feels very grounded and that she is a Taurus. She also stated that she is open to the concept of polygamy and would be happy to readopt it if the time were right. Other than Janelle, none of the Brown family members currently wish to engage in polygamy. Robyn, Kody's 4th wife, and Kody themselves desire a monogamous marriage. Mary is also looking for monogamy, while Christine is already married to David. Once upon a time, Sister Wives provided something truly novel, a candid examination of an unusual way of life and the intricacies of family, faith, and love. However, recently, we've been watching the same old loop over and over again. Viewers waited for clarification, perhaps even closure, after years of emotional outbursts and mounting tension. The most recent tell-all specials, on the other hand, felt like stale reruns, another dip into the same pool of drama, with hardly any new material. After the plural marriage life. Let's face it, when Christine, Janelle, and Mary left Kody Brown, the show lost its essence. In the context of a series that focused on polygamy, their departures were innovative in addition to being personal. Their lives appear lighter and more liberated after departing. Christine is beaming with joy and has remarried David Woolley. In addition to strengthening their bonds with their children and removing themselves from the shadow of an emotionally taxing situation, Janelle and Mary have been re-establishing their connection with themselves. Supporters have come together to applaud these women for taking back their identity. However, neither the format nor the content of the show have changed to reflect that evolution. The tell-all that provided no information. The audience's response to the most recent tell-all shows can be summed up in one word: disappointment. Fans who have been watching since the start are now publicly stating that they are done. One fan acknowledged, "As an original fan who has watched every season from the start to the present, I think I'm finally over it. I've completely lost interest, not because I'm upset at Crybaby and Sobin or annoyed by them. How come we're still working out the divorce after 3 seasons? One more viewer did not even finish the last episode. I dozed off. Once more." A lot of people concur that the show has lost focus. Instead of adapting to the family's changes, it remains fixated on the fallout from splits that occurred years before. After seeing the 4th tell-all episode, one fan said frankly, "There's no storyline anymore. They aren't sister wives now." Following the conclusion of the previous season, I quit watching. To be honest, I realize I'm not missing anything when I read posts on the sub. It's merely a long, slow show about nothing. The decision? The enchantment has vanished. Is a new chapter necessary? There is still a desire for something even though the current format is becoming less and less popular. However, Kody and Robyn are not included in that anything. A spin-off that centers on Christine, Janelle, and Mary's lives after polygamy, observing their success, dating, recovery, and genuine living, has been suggested by numerous fans. It truly ought to be the end. This iteration, anyway. After the OG3, I'd be up for a separate show and, if it's feasible, checking in with their kids. However, KNR?
Nope.
What is the future of Sister Wives? Perhaps highlighting the ladies who eventually left is the solution rather than focusing on what's broken. The audience is prepared for a change. Is anyone paying attention to the producers? In a moment that shocked fans, stirred debate, and reaffirmed her reputation as the most grounded and unfiltered member of the Sister Wives cast, Janelle Brown finally broke her silence and gave a blunt, no-nonsense answer when asked about her sexual preference, a topic she had long skirted around, not out of fear or shame, but out of a fierce dedication to keeping certain elements of her life private as she journeyed through the complexities of post-polygamy independence, widow-like grief after Garrison's tragic passing, and an ongoing quest for personal truth after splitting from Kody Brown. For years, viewers had watched as Janelle prioritized her 6 children, sacrificed for a lifestyle not truly her own, and remained emotionally restrained while the other wives spiraled in and out of drama with Kody. But the question of who Janelle Brown really is behind her stoic public presence has fascinated fans endlessly. When Janelle sat down for a candid Instagram Live earlier this year amid her ongoing health reset and detox journey in North Carolina, fans flooded the comments with love, support, and, perhaps surprisingly, pointed questions about her romantic future. One comment stood out. "Would you ever date a woman?" Instead of ignoring it like she might have in the past, Janelle paused, smiled thoughtfully, and said in her signature practical tone, "I know that gets asked a lot lately, and honestly, no, I've never been attracted to women like that. I appreciate strong women and I love my friendships with women, but my preference has always been men. That's just my truth." It was the kind of answer only Janelle could deliver. Plain-spoken, grounded, and completely devoid of the sensationalism the question may have been fishing for. But just because her answer was simple didn't mean the moment wasn't monumental. Immediately, the internet exploded with reactions, some praising her clarity, others dissecting every word for deeper meaning, and still others marveling at how refreshingly adult and drama-free her response was compared to the chaos that often trails behind other Brown family members. After all, in the era of Robyn's tears, Kody's delusions of patriarchal grandeur, Mary's cryptic quotes, and Christine's viral dancing videos with David Woolley, Janelle's voice of calm has become a fan favorite. But there's more beneath the surface than just a viral moment. This simple admission offered rare insight into how Janelle views identity, autonomy, and her post-Kody path forward. By bluntly stating her sexual preference, Janelle not only answered a fan's curiosity, she reclaimed control of her narrative and reminded everyone that she is not a mystery waiting to be solved, but a woman choosing to live with intention, not apology. Her statement echoed a larger theme in her recent interviews and posts. Janelle is done living for anyone else's expectations. After years of polygamy, in which personal desires were so often sublimated for the so-called greater good of the family, her post-split life has been marked by self-discovery, physical health, emotional healing, and financial rebuilding. Fans have watched her cook healthy meals, go makeup-free on camera, hike through Flagstaff trails, and show up for her kids in raw, real ways that leave no room for PR polish or Bravo-style glam. And while speculation about sexuality has surrounded several cast members, including Mary, who's been the subject of similar rumors, Janelle's clarity is both surprising and deeply affirming. It draws a line in the sand. She doesn't need to reinvent herself to stay relevant, doesn't need to experiment to feel whole, and doesn't need to over-explain her boundaries to anyone. She can be an independent woman, a nurturing mother, and a committed ally to others in the LGBTQ+ community without having to fall into any particular box herself. In some ways, her answer reflected the same spirit she showed during the final season of Sister Wives when she walked out on Kody, an act of quiet rebellion that spoke louder than any confrontation. Back then, she didn't explode, scream, or accuse. She simply said she was done, packed her RV, and chose peace. Now, when asked about her orientation, she did the same, choosing truth over theatrics. And if fans were looking for a dramatic reveal, they got something even better, a woman who knows herself. Janelle's calm but confident declaration stands as a stark contrast to the often messy, attention-seeking declarations that have become synonymous with reality TV confessionals. She didn't need a special episode. She didn't tease a big announcement. She just told the truth. And in that moment, she reminded fans why her quiet power resonates louder than all the Brown family drama combined. Her comment also sparked important discussions within fan circles about assumptions, about fluidity versus fixed preferences, and about respecting someone's clear boundaries. In a world where social media thrives on speculation, Janelle didn't leave room for misinterpretation. And yet, even in her clarity, she was kind. She didn't mock the question. She didn't shame anyone who may live differently. She simply said, "That's just my truth," making space for herself and others to coexist authentically. That moment, in many ways, was emblematic of Janelle's evolution since leaving Kody, a woman who is no longer bound by a lifestyle she outgrew, who has shed the expectations of polygamy, and who now answers only to herself. Her journey has never been about chasing headlines. It's been about building a quiet, stable, and self-determined life. She's been through unimaginable loss with Garrison's death. She's walked away from a decades-long marriage with no financial safety net. She's reinvented her body, her health, and her outlook. And now, she's drawing clear lines around who she is and what she wants, with no frills, no apologies, and no need for approval. That's what makes her answer so powerful. In just a few words, Janelle Brown redefined what it means to come into your own after chaos, heartbreak, and rebirth. Her sexual preference isn't a plot twist. It's a piece of her truth that she shared on her terms. And in doing so, she showed millions of viewers what real empowerment looks like, being unafraid to speak plainly, knowing exactly who you are, and never letting the noise of the world drown out your own voice. Janelle Brown leads the best life while unmarried. Janelle Brown is having the time of her life as a single woman. She made the decision to enter a relationship with Kody Brown approximately 3 years ago. The two had a polygamous relationship and were married for many years. Robyn, Mary, and Christine were Kody's other 3 wives. But other from Robyn, none of them found success with this. Kody has stated since the splits that he will never again be in a polygamous relationship. Since it didn't work out the first time, he won't try it again. Hearing this, fans were taken aback. Janelle, on the other hand, is enjoying her greatest life by spending time with her kids and gardening. She responds to inquiries about her sexual preferences directly. Since Janelle Brown did not exhibit any physical desire for Kody Brown during their marriage, fans have consistently accused her of being asexual. She has corrected the record, though.